Hey everybody, welcome to Lady T's Things That Bling. And today we're going to show you how I made a mini Tic Tac Toe board game. Now this game can be used during family time, during the holidays since we are still in a pandemic. Give you something different to do besides watching television. If you'd like to see what I did and how I made this, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, here you go. You see me with the Tic Tac Toe mold, which I purchased from Amazon. And I also have my resin. My resin, I was trying to pour 400 cc's, but I ran out. 200 cc's of each. I ran out, but as you can see, I had some in the cut. So anyway, this is Dr. Crafty, and I'm not being paid to endorse them. But they send you, I believe this is 32 ounces each. And they send you 2 cups. And I really like their cups, and I have a lot of them. And they wrap them as if they're glass. They're not even glass, they're plastic. But that's good wrapping, and they send you some tools, a scraper and a stir stick. So I like them doing that. And here I'm just showing you, and I have to go in and pour, making sure I pour the same one in there instead of the other one, because I get confused sometimes. Yeah. So you see I'm opening up my resin, and that's the hardener. You have to use the resin and the hardener, mix them both together, then you can pour. So I'm taking that hardener and I'm putting it up to 200 cc's, and I'm going to do the same thing with the resin to make a total of 400 cc's. Right? There you go. See, and with these 2-part resins, you have to be precise with them. I've never tried the ones where you have to measure it on the scale, but this is tried and true, so I stick with what I know works. And again, this is Dr. Crafty. I'm not being endorsed by Dr. Crafty in any way. This is just the preferred method that I use for my resin pieces. Now that I've poured my resin and my hardener together, here I am mixing. It's very important that you mix your resin and your hardener well, because if you don't, you're going to get a project that's not going to come out right. Either it won't set right or it'll just be really messed up. I've done it. Take my advice, stir it for at least 2 minutes. Let it sit for a few minutes, pop the bubbles if you have to, and then pour. The only thing about this mold that I don't like is it only gives you 2 X's and 2 O's, which means that I have to keep mixing epoxy. After this dries, I got to mix it at least 2 more times in order to get enough of the pieces for the board. So if you're watching this and you intend on getting a tic-tac-toe board, please order 2 so that you can at least have 4 pieces at a time, however you want to do it. It just saves time if you have two. And I didn't think about that when I ordered this. But it's all good. Now you see I'm pouring in some blue glitter. My husband's favorite color is blue. So most of the time when I do stuff, I usually start off doing it blue. So that's his favorite color. And you see me stirring it, stirring it, stirring it, stirring it. The next set I do, I'm going to use mica powder. But I'll show you that when I do it. Excuse me. I got the glitter from Amazon. Amazon was having a really good sale on their glitter earlier this year. So I got some. Now you see, I did it separately because I didn't want to color the X's and the O's. Because it wouldn't make sense to color the X's and the O's the same color as the board. So that's why I poured it in another cup to mix the glitter. So I don't want to pour it in all of the epoxy and mess it up. So that first pour wasn't enough to fill up the board. So I'm doing it again, making sure that I stir the glitter. And you'll see at the end. You want to make sure you stir the glitter very well in there too, because you don't want it to just sit at the bottom. So there we are. Now it depends on the temperature in the room, how quickly this dries. I made another one and the temperature wasn't right, so it didn't harden enough. It hardened, but it just didn't harden enough. So you really want to make sure the temperature is right in your room when you're doing this. So for this one, I had to actually put a portable heater in the room so that it was set right for me. Now these Tic Tac Toe games are good for the holidays. They're good for gift giving, or they're good for family fun. You know, Christmas is coming up, Kwanzaa's coming up, maybe somebody's birthday. Maybe you could give this to a child for their Christmas, and the family can sit down on Christmas morning and enjoy a nice game of Tic Tac Toe. Now you can make these boards any color that you want. What I just poured was the boards. Now you see I have a lot of resin left, and I'm pouring the X's and the O's. Unfortunately, you only get 2 X's and 2 O's. I'm not sure why they didn't just sell X's and O's separately, because it's very time consuming to have to pour them just to make a set. So, but we do what we have to do to make our customers happy. You want to make sure you fill them to the top, but not let it overflow. I have that much epoxy left, and that's just too much. But I poured it to 400 cc's. And then when I did my next set, I poured it to 300 cc's, and it wasn't enough. So I did 400 cc's again, and then I poured the rest of it into an ashtray mold and just made an ashtray. And I don't smoke, so I know people who do, so they can have one of the ashtrays. So yeah. So you have to make sure that whatever you set your mold on, it has to be level, because if not, then your board will come out crooked, slanted, not even. So here you have it. This is the blue Tic Tac Toe mold with the clear pieces, the red Tic Tac Toe mold with the clear pieces, and the clear Tic Tac Toe mold with the clear pieces. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and comment and share. We're on the road to 600. Help me get to 600, won't you? All right, Lady T, signing out.